Welcome to the 4th tutorial on Python. Today we're going to learn about keyword parameters. Hello everyone, it's me Sairam and I'll be teaching you Python today. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to like and let's get straight into it. Last tutorial we were looking at this very piece of code and we must understand something over here. The way in which we are passing the arguments into the print function is the most common in Python and is called the positional way. This name comes from the fact that the meaning of the argument is dictated by its position. Example, the second argument will be outputted after the first, not the other way around. Now, Python offers another mechanism for the passing of arguments, which can be helpful when you want to convince the print function to change its behavior a bit. This mechanism is called keyword arguments. The name stems from the fact that the meaning of these arguments is taken not from its location, but from the special word keyword used to identify them. The print function has two keyword arguments that you can use for your purposes. The first of them is named end. So let's try it. First, let's take I love in one print function and let's give it a comma and let's type end. End is equal to, let's open our quotes and let's put a space. Let's go in the second print function and print quotes Python. Now, what do you think the output will be? Well, it will be I love Python. Though we are printing them in separate lines, they still came in the same line. That is because of the end function. And do you notice that the end function also entered a space because I entered a space in the end function? Let's say I put a minus symbol and let's print it. You can see the minus symbol also comes in the output. I love minus Python. So, in order to use the end keyword, it is necessary to know some rules. A keyword always consists of three elements. A keyword which identifies the argument, which is end over here, an equal sign, and the value assigned to that argument. Also remember, all keyword arguments have to be put after the last positional argument, which is I love in our case. In our example, we made the use of the end keyword and set it to a string containing one space and a minus symbol. As you can see, the end keyword determines the characters the print function sends to the output once it reaches the end of its positional arguments. Now let's try when we set the end function to nothing. And let's print it. You see, they're both printed in the same line, but there's no space between them. As the end function has been set to nothing, the print function outputs nothing too, once its positional arguments have been exhausted. We said in the previous tutorials that the print function separates the arguments with spaces. Well, we can change this behavior too. The keyword argument that can do this is named sep, standing for separate. So now let's try it. Let's take I love, comma, Python, comma, and Java, comma, quotes, and let's end it over here. Normally, the output will come like this. I love Python and Java, with spaces between each of the arguments. But let's try something different over here. Let's take another comma and write sep. Sep is equal to, once again in quotes, and you can choose any value you want. For now, I'll take the asterisk symbol. And let's run it. You can see I love Python and Java. Everywhere it separates the arguments. Over there, the asterisk function is printed. That is what set does. Now, both keyword arguments can be mixed in one invocation. Let's try this now. Let's print I love, comma, Python. And let's print another, let's put another comma and let's write sep is equal to underscore. And then let's also give it an end value. End is equal to asterisk. And let's end it with a bracket and we'll move on to the next line. Print I also love Java. Then let's take this. Let's write sep is equal to. Now we can also choose another sep value over here. For now, let's take the plus symbol and end will be nothing. Well, an empty space. Now let's print it. We can see I love our first argument and it's separated by underscore. Our second argument, Python. Now the end function comes in play and we can see the asterisk. And then we see our first argument from the second line, which is I also, and the separate keyword, which is plus, love, our second argument from the second line, plus Java. And then we can see the end argument, which is an empty space. Now let's try with something else. We'll change the end argument to minus and let's print it. Now we can see a minus at the end. This is how we use both of our keyword arguments in our programs. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you had a great time learning and make sure to join in on the next tutorial. See you guys soon.